friend. Welcome to Storytime with Mr. Nathan. If you're just joining for the first time, I'm Mr. Nathan. I'm so happy to see you and have you join and read with us today. Today, we will be reading Have You Filled a Bucket? A Guide to Happiness for Kids. Hey, if you're joining for the first time, let Mr. Nathan tell you how this is going to go, okay? All right, first, we're going to read our story. Then, we're going to have a song. And after that, Mr. Nathan is going to share some activities that you can do with your adult. So, before we get started, what do we need to go do? I knew you would know. We have to go get in our comfy spot. All right, you go get in your comfy spot and Mr. Nathan will get our story ready. All right, I'll see you over there. All right, I'm glad that you found your comfy spot. That lets Mr. Nathan know that he can get started reading. And remember, I might ask you some questions because you know, Mr. Nathan, sometimes he needs your help as we read. So can you help me out? I knew you'd be able to. I'm so glad that you can. All right, so have you filled a bucket today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids by Carol McCloud. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. What does it mean to be invisible? Do you know? Oh, yeah, you're right. If it's invisible, it means that we can't see it. All right, but guess what? Mr. Nathan, he's got his bucket. Oh, it's green. It might be hard to see sometimes. But he's got his bucket right here. It says, you can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. All right, so you see in the picture, everybody's carrying their bucket. What else do you notice? Oh, yeah, you notice some colors. So what colors do you notice? Yeah, pink, blue, green, yellow. And what color is the dogs there? Brown, you're right. It says, your grandparents, friends, neighbors all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. So even when they're riding their bikes and the little girl's jumping on a pogo stick, everybody carries their bucket. All right, let's keep reading. Your bucket has one purpose. Can you show me the number one with your hand? Number one. It has one purpose. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts, your good feelings about yourself. It says, you feel happy and good when your bucket is full. And you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Wait, so how do we know that one bucket is full and then the other bucket is empty? Can you tell me by the girl's expression how we know that it's full? By the look on her face? Oh, yeah, you're right. She's smiling. And then our other friend, he's feeling sad and lonely because his bucket is empty. He's like, what's going on here? Hello? Is anything in my bucket? All right. How do you think that we fill our bucket? Do you have any ideas? Oh, all right. Let's see if that's something that fills our bucket. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. Yeah, look, the big full bucket, it's got all our colors in it, and it's got a smiley face. And then our friend, she's carrying one that's got nothing in it. And what kind of face does it have? It's got a real sad, frowny face. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket, and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So how do you fill a bucket? All right, here's what we figure out how we fill our bucket. How do you think? Let's remember what you said, and let's see if that's how we fill our bucket. You fill your bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. All right, so guess what? Mr. Nathan has all these things that he can fill with his bucket, and this is what you do too. So I want you to show Mr. Nathan your best smile. All right, here's Mr. Nathan's. I hope you're smiling back. Oh, there it is. All right, so you gave me a smile. I'm going to put it in my bucket. There we go. It's going in the bucket. All right, now I have one thing in the bucket. What else did it say? It said, do something kind. Let's see. Can I do something kind? Oh, here we go. Be kind. Oh, that means I get to fill the bucket again. Oh, man, I got two things in my bucket. All right. It says, let's read it again. You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. What is the little girl doing for the lady? Oh, she's giving her flowers. All right. So let's keep reading. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone. Oh man, yeah. How do you feel when someone makes fun of you? Mr. Nathan doesn't feel too good when people make fun of him. Or when you say or do mean things, or even when you ignore someone. All right, so it said, if we ignore someone or do or say mean things, we take away from our bucket. So that could be like if we say something about a friend, maybe they did something, or you said that they did something and they didn't really do it. Then you're going into their bucket and you're taking it out. And see, we took out the be kind, because when the person did that, Mr. Nathan's less likely to feel like being kind. And now I only have one thing in my bucket. Bullying is bucket dipping. Oh, how do we know he's being bullied? Oh, yeah. He pushed him, and look, he sent his food flying. It's going all over the place now. That's not very nice. When you hurt others, you dip into the bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Oh, so When I do something mean or hurtful, it's not only taking out of their bucket, it's taking out of mine. So now I have to take this out because I wasn't nice. I pushed my friend, or I pushed somebody that I know that's in my class. Maybe they're not my friend. And now look, I'm back to having an empty bucket. All right, let's keep reading. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's, but it will never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own too. You feel good when you help others feel good. Isn't that true? Whenever you're helping a friend, or maybe you're helping the adult in your life, whether it's your teacher, a parent, a grandparent, or like it said, your neighbor, when you help someone, it can feel really good to help them. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. All right, and we notice when they're filling the bucket, what are the expressions or the look on the bucket's face? They're helping each other out and they've got big smiles. And then what's the face of the guy that's dipping into the bucket? He looks kind of worried. Yeah, and he looks kind of sad. He's like, I hope that they don't keep dipping into my bucket. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them that you love them? You can tell them, even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. So, is there an adult in your life that you love and you want to tell them that you love them? All right, so maybe the next time you see them, you can tell them why you love them, and then you're filling their bucket and you're filling your bucket. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember, everyone carries their invisible bucket, and think of what you say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. All right, we're getting ideas. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. All right, so let's practice. We can smile. I know you can do that. You did it earlier. And we can say, hi. And that can help fill someone's bucket. Or you can invite the new kid at school to play with you. So maybe there's somebody new that wants to play. Or maybe there's somebody that you already know and they're having a rough day and you can invite them to play with you. And you're filling each other's bucket. Yeah. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are so many ways to fill a bucket. Have you thought of any new ways to fill a bucket since we've gotten our ideas? Oh, yeah, those are some good ones. Let's see. What are some ways that Mr. Nathan found to fill his bucket? So you can share with someone. All right, when we share, it goes in the bucket. Or maybe we can ask somebody if they'd like a hug. So give a hug. Let's see, did I have it upside down? I did. So, but remember, when we give a hug, we have to ask. We don't just give hugs without asking. We could help someone. Man, look at all this. We're filling up our bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are. It doesn't cost money and it doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, your neighborhood a better place for all. Yeah, look at that. All of our love from our buckets are going to our house, our school, our neighbor's house. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? So, have you done anything to fill a bucket today? Oh, yeah. Mr. Nathan did too. He helped some people. And you know what's filling Mr. Nathan's bucket? Being able to read with you today. Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that is you. You are a bucket filler. All right. What a story. What did you like most about today's story? And was the thing that you fill your bucket with, was it on the list? Or was it something that nobody thought of? All right. Well, hey, we've got our song coming up next. So get ready for that. And Mr. Nathan will pull it up and I'll see you over there. All right. Did you enjoy today's story? I know I sure did. And now we're going to get ready for our song, okay? So remember, when we get ready for our song, you might want to get up and move around. So before we start playing the song, we need to make sure we have enough space, right? So we make sure and stretch out and make sure that we're not going to hit any of our friends if we want to dance along, if we start singing. So make sure you have enough space. All right, see, Mr. Nathan, he's not going to hit anybody, so he's ready. Are you ready? All right.
Healthy music for a child's heart, body, and mind. Fill your bucket on the multi-award winning CD, #1 Best Kid Songs by The Learning Station. Hold the hands of the friends on either side of you, and don't let go at all. It's what we all should do. It's only holding hands, but it means so much. We're filling buckets with just a simple touch. Let's be bucket fillers, that's what we all should be. Our bucket is invisible, it's really make-believe. But there's no doubt in what a kind act can do. It makes someone feel good, then comes right back to you. When we're kind, we fill our bucket. When we're nice, we fill yours too. When we help, we fill our bucket. When we smile, we fill yours too. Keep holding hands and sway from side to side. We feel much better now, and we know why. It's only holding hands, but it means so much. We're filling buckets with just a simple touch. When we're kind, we fill our bucket. When we're nice, we buckets with just a simple touch. When we're kind, we fill our bucket. When we're nice, we fill yours too. When we help, we fill our bucket. When we smile, we fill yours too. Keep holding hands and shout, hip, hip, hooray.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Let's celebrate filling our buckets today. When you wake up tomorrow to start your day, refill your bucket with all you do and say. When we're kind, we fill our bucket. When we're nice, we fill yours too. When we help, we fill our bucket. When we smile, we fill yours too. When we're kind, we fill our bucket. When we're nice, we fill yours too. When we help, we fill our bucket. When we smile, we fill yours too.
What a song. Did you like that song? That was fun. So when we're nice, we fill our bucket. When we help, we fill yours too, right? So it's important to remember that everything we say and do, we're either putting something in our bucket, giving something to somebody else's bucket, or we're taking away from our bucket or someone else's bucket. So it's so important to know that what we say and what we do matters. All right, so before we leave each other today, remember Mr. Nathan has some activities for you. So I'm gonna go get those ready and then I'll see you in a second. All right, now adults, if you want copies of these activities, make sure and reach out to me on my email. And what would really help Storytime is if you take photos of you and your little one participating in the activities, because we would love to see what you are doing and how you are joining Mr. Nathan with Storytime. So if you just hashtag Storytime with Mr. Nathan on social media, I'll be able to see it, and I would love to see how you guys are joining me for Storytime. So activity number 1 from today's story is this right here. All right, so we're looking at match the bucket. What do we notice about our buckets here? Yep, it's just like our story. One's got a smiley face and one's got a big old frowny face. Can you show me your frowny face? We've seen the smile all day. What's your sad face or your frowny face look like? Oh man, that's a good one. All right. Mr. Nathan is going to read some things, and then you tell me which bucket it goes to, okay? And you can do this at home too. All right, so if we give a smile, which bucket is that going into? That's going into the happy bucket. What about if we ignore someone? What bucket is that going into? Yeah, if you're ignored, don't you feel like that goes in the frowny face? Me too. What about if we fight with someone? Oh, that's going in the frowny bucket too. So we're just taking right out of our bucket, aren't we? What if we invite someone to play with us? Oh, there we go. And then if we help someone, you got it. Both of those go into, we give back to our bucket. They go into the bucket with the happy face. Awesome. You did a great job with the activity. And guess what? You can make up your own activity of what gives to the bucket and what takes away based on what you and your adults do. All right. Let me stop sharing that one and then we'll move to our next one, okay? All right, look, it says, who helps fill your bucket. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to write on our bucket here, who helps fill your bucket? Hey, so give me some ideas of who it might be. Your mom, your dad, an uncle, aunt. Man, you guys are doing this fast. Oh, a friend, your teacher. What about this one? What about, do you have any pets? Yeah, pets can be great bucket fillers, can't they? Absolutely. So you can either write them on there, you can draw a picture of them, or maybe you and your adult can cut out pictures of people that fill your bucket. Absolutely. Great job. All right, we got it. One more. What is that? It's a bee. Yep, and B for bucket. Absolutely. And this one says, what fills your bucket? So I just want you to talk with your adult about what fills your bucket. And remember, if it's giving you energy, then it's filling your bucket. And does it match some of the things we talked about today? Awesome. So remember, if you want this, have your adult reach out to Mr. Nathan and you can get a copy of it. Man, what a day we had with story time today. We talked about what fills our bucket and that everybody's got a bucket, right? And sometimes we have a full one like this. And sometimes people take it out of the bucket, right? But remember, it's invisible. Nobody sees it. But we're always either filling or taking from our bucket. And I know that you are a bucket filler. I enjoyed getting to spend this time with you today. And man, I can't wait to see what we get into for our next story time. Remember, we do this every month. So make sure that you subscribe so you know when a new story time goes live every month. And remember, share those pictures of you guys reading with Mr. Nathan. And I'll see you next time. All right, bye.